Hi there, it's Kevin with RogueDeckBuilder.com with match number 4 with the Skred Red. I don't think we can keep this hand. 4 lands is basically a mulligan to 6. Koth and a Pyrite Spellbomb are not flashy enough versus an unknown deck, so we're going to ship this back. Our opponent also did mulligan. So this is much worse. We'll mulligan this one. It wouldn't be too bad if we knew there was a mountain on top. And I think I have to keep this, though, unfortunately, and scry everything away but a land. So all lands, no lands, or all lands, one land, one land. But we do have a mountain on top, so this becomes a much better hand with the double Mind Stones. Probably the best hand so far. Of course, the last hand would have been amazing with... Oh, joy. Well, good news is we have a first turn Lightning Bolt that can take care of the Glistener Elf, but if he's got a second Glistener Elf, we're in trouble. So let's hope that Blighted Agent doesn't come out here. This should be a quite easy matchup. But the Spellskite, Spellskite of course is not going to do it. And we got the Anger for the Spellskite, which is awesome. That doesn't kill the Spellskite, but it kills whatever he puts out. So I need to avoid an Inkmoth Nexus. We'll probably bring in, since we know he's running mainboarded Spellskites, he probably is the heavy version Spellskite. Inkmoth is actually incredibly good against us though. Blighted Agent, we will use an Anger to clear that next turn. Not going to Koth. I wish I could Koth here. We are going to play a Mind Stone and then drop a land. And then Anger. So he might want to keep his Blighted Agent alive. I highly doubt it, though. I don't think you do. Because he can Mutagenic Growth it. Yeah. He's just going to try to win with Inkmoth Nexus, which is a very real threat. Inkmoth with Infect is a lot easier for this deck because it does require basically 2 mana. 1 to activate it and 1 to attack in. So it's taking away 2 of the Infect's mana. And with 2 cards left in his hand, he could have some pump spells, but we can definitely top deck out of this. And him being at a 16 puts him on a faster clock with the Koth. But if he only gets in for 1 Infect, it might not be enough. He might not be quick enough. So yeah, the Vines was huge, but I don't know why I'd want to use a Vines. I guess because he can safely protect it with Spellskite, his Inkmoth. Goblin Dark-Dwellers can hit a Bolt, but I don't think that's the right line of play. I think it's just Koth and the Hammer. So if I Goblin Dark-Dwellers and Bolt him, puts him down to 13, then I can attack the next turn for 9 plus 4. Yeah, I don't think that's the right play. I think it's just going to be to play Koth and hope he just doesn't have another 5 damage spell. But he can definitely run quite a few cards. Or top decking quite a few cards to just flat out win the game within 2 turns. And he does have a blocker with Spellskite too, so we have to keep that in mind. So let's see if we just lose here. Katax Pro puts him down to 10. But still, that's out of range with just the... does he have another Groundswell? Become Immense. Yeah. So this should be a very simple match for us. We'll bring in the Vandalblast and the Shattering Sprees. They even want to bring in the Molten Rain. Everything just comes out versus this deck. We just need to stabilize. I'm going to keep in 1 Koth, I think. I'm not quite sure we need Anger. Anger's kind of weird. The good Anger can get around the Spellskite, but I think I'd rather have Molten Rains and maybe even Crumbles. I think Molten Rains is fine. It takes care of the... Yeah, so Chandra Flamecaller also seems quite weak in this. Maybe Mind Stone. We don't need to ramp into anything. Pyrite Spellbomb or Relics are all fine. Again, Anger is fine, but I think the Volcanic Fallout being instant speed is a lot better. I don't want to take Blood Moons out. I don't know. Clicked on the wrong thing there. Chandra Pyromaster is also very good. I think we just take out all this late game. And we're just going to ride the victory through Goblin Dark-Dwellers eventually. I mean, I kind of just want to keep in. Maybe all 4 Molten Rains or not. So we want the Skreds, want the Lightning Bolts, want the Anger. Yeah, at this point I think we can cut a Mind Stone and then leave back in either another Anger for even more added removal. Even though Sorcery Speed removal is... Again, not nearly as good, but I think it's the right way to go. And Goblin Dark-Dwellers will be the card we're just going to try to ride to victory. But this makes us like, even if we stabilize, he can just start top decking his way out of it with like Become Immenses. So maybe this many Vandalblasts is not good because we have Skred that can take care of it, and again these go around. Well, yeah, maybe Vandalblast. Just 2 Vandalblasts. 2 Angers for... I think I need to make room for 1 Koth in the deck. We'll submit this. So, we need a handful of Lightning Bolts and Skreds and Pyrite Spellbombs. All those are very good. And this would be the perfect hand. We have the Koth. Well, I guess this isn't perfect. It's only 1 Lightning Bolt. Our opponent mulls to 6. This is very, very typical for Infect. They mulligan a lot. But we need to find more of our removal spells. There isn't really a dead draw besides the Goblin Dark-Dwellers that we could actually draw into here, though. No first turn Glyphs in your Elf is good news for us. He could be leaving it back for the Spellskite. There's a Relic. It's better than nothing. Well, of course it's better than nothing, but I mean it can take care of Become Immense, is what I meant to say. And we can cycle it if we need to. Doesn't pop the Windswept Heath. That makes me think he needs more lands. And we'll exile it. So as you can see, most of our matches have been very hyper-aggressive, which Skred should be doing very well against. If he hits a Blighted Agent, we definitely will bolt it. And that gets rid of that. Skred is some nice... I don't think we... So do I Relic here and just wait a turn? Yeah, I think we do. And then that way we can Scrying Sheets. But I could have tried to draw a card with the Relic, but I think we can end a turn, either Scrying Sheets or pop the Relic. And there's another Blighted Agent. And we'll Skred here. He could Vines it, but that means that we can hopefully draw a land and then Chandra Pyromaster it. And he has to spend a spell here. And we'll get another Windswept out of the way too from his graveyard, which might be relevant for that Become Immense. And whatever else he puts in. This would be a Vines. Shattering Spree is not what I wanted to see. But we do get the land off the top, which is exactly what we wanted to see. A Mutagenic Growth could go through this, but we would get rid of a Mutagenic Growth. And no, the Blighted Agent is dead. So Shattering Spree can take care of a Spellskite. Gets another Windswept here. And we'll just, Chandra's going to draw us out of this, though, for sure. It's going to provide us with a lot of ammo. Want to hit a land, of course. Volcanic Fallout, don't care about now. We will just Koth. Untap a mountain. Get him down to an 11. And see if he can find another creature here. The problem with another creature is Chandra can just ping it down. Chandra's incredibly good against Infect. So we'll Mind Stone here. And then untap. Tack in with the mountain. Down to a 6. And Koth is ulted. Even though snow cover, I only have 2 mountains. Guess I should have done this first. We'll play the mountain off the top. With the Chandra. And we have a Skred that can dish out 4 damage. As well as we can Scrying Sheets here. But it doesn't matter. We'll just win the game with the Koth. In fact, I don't even need a Koth. We can yeah, what could he do? I guess he could bounce something back. I will just ult Koth. And then we have 4 damage at the end of his turn, and then 4 damage. So I think he's just trying to kill more time, even though that's pointless. We're not going to go to time with Infect. And that is game. Alrighty. So, I think that's a good plan, just running the one of Koth, the Chandra Pyromaster. The Mind Stones are fine. I don't think we need to bring in another Shattering Spree, per se, for another Spellskite. I think running 3 answers for Spellskite in the form of Vandalblast and Shattering Spree is enough. And I didn't see, like, I'd bring in more. Wait, and if these weren't Sorcery Speed, the Vandalblast are unfortunately Sorcery Speed, because Inkmoth Nexus, I believe, does turn into an artifact, so it would be good against that, but unfortunately, Sorcery does not get around an Inkmoth turning into a creature on their turn. Oh, so Crumble the Dust would also be decent if we're that worried. But I think so we have 4 answers for Inkmoth through Molten Rain. We have 3 answers for the 3 Spellskites through Skred, or through Vandalblast, and Shattering Spree, and then additional Skreds that can do it. A Lightning Bolt plus a Volcanic Fallout can take care of it. Or even like an Anger of Gods plus a Chandra's +1 can also take care of it. Or any of the Anger of Gods Volcanic Fallouts will take care of whatever creatures are out plus Spellskite. We'll get around Spellskite, is what I'm trying to say. And then again, we'll try to bank on 6 finishers. We'll submit this. The old version I liked a lot better versus Infect, the high counts of Volcanic Fallout and the good old Chandra's Phoenix, because Chandra's Phoenix could block forever. I think that we do not keep this. Can I keep this? Yes, we can keep this. I don't know. This is rough. I'm going to keep it and hope I draw into a land, but he snap kept his hand. And so if he goes Glistener enough, we'll definitely bolt it off. Okay. So we need to draw a land within 2 turns. That's not a land. But we do get the Glistener Elf. If we get a land, we can take care of the Inkmoth Nexus with the Pyrite Spellbomb. Oh, that is not good. I don't think he can kill us this turn, so I think we'll just establish the Pyrite Spellbomb. And that way, if he casts like a... drops it, activates it, and groundswells for 5. Now, if it's Spellskite, I'll love a Spellskite. The Wild Defiance, yeah, that is a very rough card for us to deal with. Because it puts the Inkmoth Nexus out of range. That is how you beat the red decks. Unfortunately for us, we can't draw into a land or... well, there's the land. So to get it up to a 3/3, up to a 4/4. So I guess if he does activate it, we can still kill it. If we play our hand right. Because he could just have any pump spell, and we're just dead. So in response to him trying to pump up the Inkmoth Nexus. I can just take 1 Infect. That's fine. And now we'll do it. We don't take the extra Infect damage. And hopefully we can bait out a pump spell. So I'd love to draw into a land, of course. Oh, wow. That was huge. Huh. Maybe I could have just got away with that. He's got a Glistener Elf, but Glistener Elf, that means we need to draw into either another Pyrite Spellbomb or a Volcanic Fallout. Oh, that is just... we find the Molten Rain for the... I guess I should have cast the Relic of Progenitus there. I'm probably dead here. So I'm chalking these losses up mainly. I mean, I did keep a 1-lander, but we only needed really 2 lands to get this this hand online. So he's keeping up a card in hand to pump up, I'm sure. All right, so do I have to do this just in the right sequence? I wonder if I Molten Rain off. No, any pump spell will pump Glistener Elf enough. I think we do wait on his turn to do the Volcanic Fallout. Like if it's another Vines, he kicks it here. And I unfortunately have to do the Volcanic Fallout. Well, we could wait one more turn. I mean, I can Molten Rain. No, Molten Rain would be pointless here. Why wouldn't you just kick it? And I have to do it right now. And just hope he just doesn't have it. Any spell just wins. And that is game. Apostle's Blessing also works. Alrighty. See what we just drawn into. Another mountain, of course, it would have been really, really good with the Chandra's Pyromaster and whatnot. But I feel pretty strongly with the Infect's usually the easiest match. We're losing to a lot of matchups I would say are very, very in favor of Skred, or at least 50-50. Burn usually isn't that tough. Blood Moon can lock them out of their green and their white pretty easily. And Infect, this is usually just so far ahead for Skred. We'll play one more. This is Kevin with RogueDeckBuilder.com. Thanks for watching.